forcing green, even though he's passed a Might and a Mothcomb, so it isn't getting in Betrayers. And there was some green being drafted on his right. It didn't come back to him.
Green is not that good in Betrayers. So it's not that... Green
okay,
is not,
that's a good point.
If you're drafting green, it's not that important to cut. It's more important that you're getting it in the first one.
That makes sense. But he didn't get it either.
Of white.
Is the problem. That makes a lot of sense. That's a good point. But the problem was he didn't get it in Champions either. Like, he got 4th pick Tommy the Hunt over Fire's Roar, and then nothing. So I believe he could have talked himself out of green. And then the thing was, he figured out that red was underdrafted. Like, he passed on the first Fire's Roar, but then he took a couple of the Dorks later on. He figured out that it was underdrafted and took green cards at picks like 7 through 10.
We have an interesting situation here. Soren is trying to... Oh, he does take them all again. He's holding 3 planes in his hand.
Ugh.
Both of his white cards.
Bizarre.
But
no mountains.
No mountains.
Like I play 4 planes.
The better your matchup is, the more you can...
2 white cows.
He's explaining it to Johan right now.
So, I got to ask you a question. The message boards have been going nuts because I referred to this top 8 as having 4 Scandinavians in it. And there's this huge argument over what exactly counts as Scandinavian, whether Finnish people are offended by being included as part of Scandinavia.
It is arguments like this that make me lose my faith in the species. The Scandinavian peninsula is Norway and Sweden. But it's so easy to refer to as Norway, Sweden, Finland as Scandinavia instead of the Nordic countries.
Yeah.
So there's like two less words. So it's an error made so often that I just do not care. It's so much easier. I tell people I come from Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Maybe unpatriotic. I don't care.
Fair enough. So it is technically an error, but it's one that
is technical an error.
Doesn't really bother anybody because it's so common.
It bothers people who it just bothers them.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you. Sorry to bring that up. Sorry to happy for the clarification.
I'll get over it. I'll survive.
So we have 2 players left from the Nordic countries.
Yeah, the Nordic countries. Yes. I'm actually not sure whether Denmark is a Nordic country. I don't think it is. I'm not sure with the classification.
I'm sure we've just spawned another 3 pages of message boards.
Yeah. Whatever.
Pretty good draw for Johan here.
It's a good start. It's just what he needs to go on defensive.
Threw his Lord Weaver out there to eat a Frostling.
It's running on the mulligan, so it makes sense for Johan to trade, especially if he can still get in 3 points a turn.
Yep.
And a Waxman.
That is the draw that Johan has been looking for. Playing these kinds of matchups, best out of 5 is very frustrating since you have to get lucky so many times.
Fire's Roar. And block Devoted Retainer or Waxman. Can't do anything about the Blade Master. Well, there's a Moonlit Strider. So counter for the Waxman. Tap your Fire's Roar and smash. Here comes 5 more damage.
This is the beatdown that Johan said he needed to go on in order to win this match.
Sloan is at 10.
So now he has to
he stabilize?
Keeper game would be fantastic for him here.
Second Tommy the Fire's Roar. Of course, he's leaving them on defense.
This is getting exciting. So you can now swing for 2. What's the card?
That's the Moth. 2-1 Moth.
2-1 Moth. He didn't swing for 2?
No, it's
there's double block, yeah.
On the back table, Marlon came out with Hired Muscle and Waking Nightmare, but only black mana.
He could have swung for 2 and
he wouldn't have
represent the Indomitable Will.
Oh, you would bluff there? You would send in Blade Master on the block?
He doesn't even lose Blade Master on the block.
on the double block.
He double blocks. He first strikes one.
Oh, yeah, that's
and then he got a 3-3, and the 2-3 doesn't kill it on the way back.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he just missed 2 points of damage.
He just left 2 points on the table. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt him. And you've got Moonlight Strider.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
something really bizarre
Yeah, he should have
happens.
attacked with Blade Master.
Yeah,
last turn.
that's true. That just
Especially against
play,
Saron's deck.
Yeah.
I don't think you can afford to leave points on the table. Oh, now Auntie Malin is discarding, sitting on only black mana. Down 2 games, too. A good start,
Looks like a
but
barrel down Serpent's on the flyer. And we got 2 guys that can't block.
yep, barrel down, takes the flyer.
Replays the mountain that he picked up. And goes to tap it and changes his mind. We have another barrel down in his hand.
So Cisco. Wow, that's it on the back table. So Yoshi Fujita took it 3-0.
So the last time Yoshi Fujita was in the top 8 of a Pro Tour, he
Finished
reached
second.
the finals where he ran afoul of Z. Can he get all the way through? It was 2 Japanese Pro Tour winners in 1 season. In limited.
It's true. Johan again declined to swing with the Blade Master, which is, again, a mistake. He's just messing up the combat math.
This is really rare. Johan doesn't really get stressed about these matches.
And he
Well
said
understood.
he said before the match that he had to be the beatdown.
Yeah.
That was how he was going to win. If Jeffrey stumbled at all or gave him any kind of opening, he just had to keep swarming in and getting his
Yeah,
guys
he's
in
just
there.
doing the math well, I think.
There's Moonlit Strider from Jeffrey
The
Cerrone.
more turns you give Jeffrey, the more red cards he's going to draw.
And then more blockers. Like if Cerrone's at 6, he's within close to Alpha Strike range. 10's
Right.
a lot more than 6.
With Diviner and
Against a bunch of 2 power guys.
with a Diviner and a Moonlit Strider, you can force it through.
Right.
So those points, I think, are going to be crucial.
Yeah, Jeff should be at 6 right now.
What late game does Johan have in his deck?
He has flyers.
So, does he have like any expensive spells like 5 mana or more, any late game cards?
I don't believe he does.
What kind of cards do you want to draw out?
He has he has a Komori Ona, which is the discard spirit.
Yeah, because still this card is not as effective late game.
He has a Tori Watchword. And no, he really does not have. He doesn't have much of a late game. He kind of has just a lot. He has a ghostly prison. I mean,
It's not really. Yeah, he's lacking the kind of finishers like Dance of Shadows or something.
right, he doesn't have anything like that. He doesn't have a charge across the Araba. He doesn't have a Platforado to force squeeze one guy through. And what's got to be?
So what's Johan waiting to draw? Like at this point, you just want your late game cards.
He might be
Spirits
just
for
waiting,
Waxmane?
Like Indomitable Will would be a good draw.
waiting for a flyer.
Yeah.
Spirits for Waxmane might be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he has the
Now, Waxmane's very threatening here.
Yeah, and he can tap a guy. He can tap 2 guys with the Diviner.
But if Jeffrey draws his White Honden, the game could start to creep away from Johan. A game that really he should be within 1 turn's striking distance of, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think last turn he said go because he was trying to set up Diviner. Still, I mean, he had a safe too, so. Cerrone knows he's going to lose 2 blockers. And we're all building up for next turn.
So it's Cerrone's main step.
I believe so, yes.
2 blockers, and Moonlit Strider negates a blocker also. You can probably get in with. You could get in for 6 next turn. Without any trouble.